You guys are married? Just dating? What are you doing? What's going on? Are you married or not? Both of you went like this. The fucking... Oh, is this like the Coldplay concert? Why didn't they just play it off? Nobody would have said shit if they would just kept swaying. Whoa! Oh, you didn't know what I was talking about? I'm sorry.
Look, oh shit, what the fuck happened?
Yeah. Okay, so there was a concert last night, Coldplay, and like the CEO of this tech company had his mistress, and they're just swaying. And the camera on him, so like 50,000 people saw him. He should have just played it off. He should have just kept swaying and shit. This motherfucker went, whoa, whoa. And the girl just kind of faded. Oh my God, it was so... Just play the shit off, baby.
I ain't been to Columbia in about 2 years, man. Thank you to everybody that saw Think Like a Man and Think Like a Man 2, man. If you saw either of the movies, man, thank you. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a little insight on the movie, right? Next time you see Think Like a Man 2, remember this scene I'm talking about, because it'll make the movie a little funnier, and you probably missed this the first time you saw it. There's a scene in the second movie where all the guys, we get in a big fight at a strip club, and we get thrown in jail, right? As they're walking into the jail cell, Kevin's like, listen up, right? In the middle of Kevin's speech to take over the jail, he just stops, and he's like, damn, who busted ass? And in my character, I'm like, sorry, I really busted ass. That was not supposed to be in the movie. I don't know if you guys know that, right? Let me tell you what happened. In my defense, this is what happened that day, right? We were shooting in a real prison in Las Vegas. It was the summertime. It was hot. Not as hot as this, but it was hot, okay? So we was on like, we couldn't come and go as we wanted. We had to get buzzed in and out every time we wanted to leave, right? We was on a 14-hour shoot day. We got to like hour 12, 13. I'm dragging. I'm tired. I asked the production assistant, I said, excuse me, man, can you give me a pick-me-up? I'm dragging a little bit. So I'm going to get through these last couple hours of shooting. He leaves and brings me back a hot latte. So I drank it. So when that warm milk hit my stomach in that Vegas heat, I start bubbling immediately. Bloop, bloop. I go, oh shit, right? And I couldn't go anywhere to bust it. I'm in a jail cell. I said, shit, I can't bust this anywhere, man. Watch my face next time you see the movie, right? Watch as I'm walking into the jail cell. Because I wasn't trying to let it out like a big one so everybody could hear it. So I'm seeping a little bit at a time. You know how you seep a little bit so don't make a noise? I'm just walking in the cell like... Then I ain't smelled nothing at first, and I was like, oh, it's one of those. Okay, it's one of those. It's one of those. Then that smell hit my face. I go, oh, they're going to smell that. They're going to smell that. Everybody going to smell that. That might be 2%. That might be whole. That might be whole milk. I thought it was skim. That might be whole. That's definitely not skim. That could be 2%. Could be butter. I didn't know they sold buttermilk no more. That smells like buttermilk, though. I didn't even know they sold buttermilk no more. I swear to God, they're giving out associate's degrees in prison. Every time I watch that MSNBC Lockup Raw, everybody going over pro got their associates. And that's the key to get out of prison is that associate's degree. They be in front of that parole board. Are you ready to get out? Do you feel like you're rehabilitated? I do actually. You know, I'm not as angry as I was when I came in and I did my time. My time didn't do me, and while I was in, I was able to get my associates. So I figured that lets everybody know I'm ready to get a better job when I get out. That's a lot about who I am as a man right now, my associate's degree. So when I do get out and I do go apply for a job, they're gonna ask me, do I have my high school diploma? And I'm gonna be like, nah, I got my associates. So I figured I'd let them know I'm ready to get a better job. So I got my associates, I'm ready to get out, I got my associates, yeah, I got my associates, so I'm ready to get out, I got my associates, yes, I got my associates. Yeah, I got my associates, I'm ready to get out, I got my associates, yeah, I got my associates, so yeah, ready to get out, I got my associates. Sir, you've been in prison for 35 years. You realize an associate's is a 2-year degree, right? Yeah, like I said, I got my associates when I was in. So, you know, I was actually in the hole for 6 months back in 2007. That set me back one semester right there. So I had to make that semester up when I got out the hole. Couple essay questions on me throwing my response. So I went to the library, studied up. When I was making sure my I's was dotted, T's was crossed. When I was ready to turn in that last essay, that's when I got my associates right there. So the warden actually came down and gave me my associates himself, so I was able to see him in a different light. I no longer saw him as somebody trying to keep me down. I saw him trying to better myself, so that helped our relationship, my associates did. I actually got my associates on my wall in my cell, so every morning when I wake up, I realize my body is incarcerated, but my mind is free, because my mind is in that associates, and that's what I see when I wake up in the morning. My cellie, he's actually up for parole in 2021, so hopefully he sees my associates, he gets his associates. When he gets out, we put our associates together, make it a bachelor's, get a better job. So, yeah, I'm ready to get out. I got my associates. Yeah, I got my associates. Man, I got my associates, you know. You are not gonna f them men up. Them gonna get out, you know. And that's a funny thing too, like, whenever I go to cities, I always gotta do radio and TV interviews like every other comic, you know, and to promote our shows. And people always ask me what I did before I was a stand-up. And I always tell me I was in the military, and they think I'm lying. I was like, no, I was really in the military. You know what I mean? They always think I'm lying. I'm like, no, I was really in the military, you know? And people always say, was boot camp hard? Boot camp wasn't hard to me, you know? Boot camp was easy to me, you know? Because they just tell you what to do and you do it, you know? I don't get how people can't graduate boot camp. They show you how to fold your pants, turn it in. God, I can't figure it out. I said, he just showed us. He gave us the answer to the test. You know what I mean? I don't get it. Only thing I did not like about boot camp, you got to march everywhere. You got to march to breakfast, lunch, dinner, the field, class. Marching ain't bad. It all depends on your cadence card. You get a good cadence card, it's easy. You definitely, I prefer a white guy, myself. I prefer a white cadence card. Because white guys, we just trying to get there. We ain't trying to do too much. Just left, right, left, right. I don't want a black guy calling cadence in boot camp. Black guys trying to get a goddamn record deal in boot camp. And left, right, left, right. We had one dude who never said right. We hot for 4 weeks to breakfast. Say right, Charles. I'm not a rabbit. It was funny too, because we went from one black guy to another black guy. Usually you have two cadence cards in boot camp, right? So we went from one black guy. Now the second black guy was better than Charles, but I didn't realize till I graduated boot camp, he was making hit songs in the cadences, and I didn't realize it. I didn't realize for 3 weeks I was marching to Boys to Men till I graduated boot camp and I heard it on the radio. I said, wait a minute, this is I was marching to. He did it so smooth, I never figured it out. He was just sitting there. Left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. My kids got baptized at a black church. Wasn't prepared for that. I prefer white church myself. Black church just takes too long for me. You got to have your day free. You can't make no plans going to a black church. Yep. You plan on going to a football game, you ain't gonna make it. Hey, you might not make Monday Night Football while you're bullshitting. Black church is ridiculous, man. I remember the first time I went to a black church, I didn't know it was going to take that long, you know. Like, I didn't eat breakfast that morning. I thought I was going to eat in about an hour, you know. Oh, my God, I almost died of malnutrition that day. Waiting for Sally Struthers to pop up, you know. I was sitting in the church, man. I was like, why is this taking so long? You know, I was sitting there. I figured out having the service why it was taking so long because, you know, when you go to church with white people, man, we don't say nothing, you know. We shut up and we listen, you know. If somebody tries to talk while our preacher's talking, we tell them, shh, zip it, focus, okay? One more song, we're gone. I remember the first time I went to a black church, I didn't know that when black people agree what the service is about, they don't wait. They get up right there that they agree. I know it's okay to yell out. I'm sitting there. I'm the only white guy in the whole church. I'm getting upset with all the black people in the pews around me, you know. I thought they were being disrespectful to the preacher. I know it's okay to yell out. I'm just sitting there. Preach on it! Are you serious? You're just going to talk while he's talking?
Yeah, that's really disrespectful. Once you zip it and focus, it's 1:30. I'm ready to go home. Talk about it. Are you with him? What? You're allowed to talk? Are you serious? I'm gonna say something. Okay, watch, I'm gonna say something. Hootie-hoo! I hootie, Virginia, come on, it's 4:30! Another song! Why is she singing Rihanna? That has nothing to do with church! It's 6 o'clock! You guys have a step team? Are you serious? The First Baptist Steppers, it's 8:30! A freaking poet, this is a talent show! That's the 4th time she caught the Holy Ghost, she's lying! You can't catch the Holy Ghost 4 times in one day, it's 10:30! Stop passing this plate around! I don't have any more money! It's midnight! It's Monday! I'm late for work! It takes forever, man.